called S tier,
They are definitely open.
Rapid Ingress.
Welcome to another Rapid Ingress. We are finally back with another show. And look who's here.
What? I'm always here. It's my show too.
You live here. You are the man that lives on Rapid Ingress. We have some topics today. They don't look as flushed out there because we don't have a lot of space to leave them. But we can go through them. I'll go through them really quickly. The first one is new terrain for 11th, obviously. Primaries in 11th. Secondaries in 11th. How do they work? What do you think about them? What do we think about them? Cheating, very broad. What do we think about cheating right now? Some situations that happen in our community. Can I use this in 40K? Can I use this in 40K? How many times do we hear that?
It's still happening.
Yarrick's rules, they dropped today. We're going to talk about them. Anthony's going to talk about them because I only read a little bit about him. He looks pretty good. And then we're going to talk about sweats and GTs. What is being too competitive? What is the line? We're going to go over all that today on Rapid Ingress. Anything you want to say, Anthony?
Oh, it's going to be a fun one. It's basically the 11th edition Rapid Ingress. We're doing it early.
11th early. What does GW know about that? All right, number one. Oh, there we go. Now one works. Okay, first topic, new terrain in 11th. What do you think of it?
So terrain is going to be very different in 11th. The entire layouts are changing. L terrain is effectively gone, and it's new layouts. And terrain is going to be very important in the sense of it's the primary objective now. Mm-hmm. No more circle mats. You are fighting over that piece of garbage in the middle of the land, which is good changes. If you look at the maps on a website, it does look weird and not thematic, but people already have taken out the printouts of the terrain sizes, the proper terrain pieces they showed, and it does actually look really good and not as open as you'd think.
Yeah, I think it's going to affect competitive more than anything. It's not going to affect really thematic people playing for fun. It's going to affect competitive in the sense that we're not going to have those exact same measurements that we knew before, like 3 inches is here. If I move 9, I'm going to be 3 from that. It's going to be totally different. There's different shapes. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a change for the better. Just it's going to feel a little more real instead of fighting over these mats. You're going to have to fight over like a piece of terrain. You can make even competitive feel more thematic or feel more like, you know, this is a real battlefield instead of like this mat is here. This 40K is starting to feel like I can just play with the footprints and the mats and just make it a 2D flat game. And I don't like that. I want terrain to be a big thing again because that's what used to like make us so excited about playing 40K is the cool terrain, the guys hitting the battlefield and looking different every time. I remember GTs at Linos. He used to just have one board that was just a bunch of thick trees and you were fighting in a forest. I miss that. It's not as competitively balanced, but it's still fun. So I will always enjoy something like this. What do you think about, will there be rule changes for the way buildings work though?
Yes, they've already showed off a couple of them. As in like cover is no longer cover save, it's now ballistic
-1,
to hit effectively.
Skill, yeah.
And then as well, what else did they do to it? Oh, plunging fire is now actually possible.
Yeah.
It's if you're 3 inches off the ground, but the terrain pieces they showed off, you do not have much space to even land up there.
Yeah.
So you might actually make use of it because you could actually just go up and go down and not lose much to your movement, especially with how fly works. Yeah. And I joined the hobby after the like thematic terrain stuff, so it is nice to see. You can still effectively play by just writing the terrain on the table, but that's technically any edition.
Yeah.
So it does look better. It, at least so far, it seems to play better.
I disagree with any edition, but
you could have always drawn like cardboard terrain they used to always have.
Yeah, but you always need line of sight for, footprints weren't really a thing until newer editions. So there was never footprints before. You have to play as it was. Can you see? Go get down on the table and look through the building and see what you can see. Like you said, there is going to be changes. I love the getting rid of the AP protection. It kind of was feeling like everything was a little too strong, especially Space Marines that can do stack armor of contempt onto Terminators or a Vindicator that has a save of 2+. So now you're all of a sudden, you're effectively on a 0 to save, and you need AP -2 to even do anything. I love that this is a side nerf to Space Marines.
It mostly just affects them.
It does, because their AP is really good. Their armor is really good, and their shooting is really good. So now You can even stack on top of this because it affects ballistic skill. You could have something that's like -1 to hit. You can make Space Marines hit on 5s. That's amazing. I love it.
Until you're playing as them. And once you're playing as them, then it's going to be a pain.
No more Space Marines unless they change it. We'll
Want to hit like a guardsman?
Yeah. Marines in space. All right, on to the second one. We're no yellow cards today. We're going to be right on time with each one. Primaries. How do primaries work for 11?
So as you can see with the sentence there, 25 new primaries. It's just your primary detachment is going to work as in this is what your detachment is. You are a Purge the Foe army, and now what you fight depends on what you are and what they are. So if you're Purge the Foe, you have 5 different possible objectives. What's 5 times 5? 25. That's going to be very interesting since I think we only have 8 right now, maybe 9 objectives. Realistically, 8 who plays Pass the Bomb, right?
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of variety. I do have my concerns of like, let's say the 2 deployment types. The 2 detachment types are both very good. And you always do Purge the Foe and to Purge the Foe. Now you're always going to be playing the same mission, but I think they'll be balanced enough that you will see variety.
I think so too. I don't know how many new ones they're adding. We have to see what the new primaries are going to be. But there is going to be situations where, depends on the detachment you're playing and what you're going into, you're going to have a lot of, like, I don't know if Anthony went over this, I wasn't paying attention for a couple seconds. But will you have reoccurring matches in tournaments versus when you play the same kind of army? Are you going to be playing the same mission over and over and over and over? Like, is that going to be an issue? How is GW going to affect that? Like, how are they going to change that if it does start happening?
They could always change the points of the detachment so that, now all of a sudden, instead of being Purge the Foe being 2 and then 1 of a different one, it's only worth 3 and you might not want to take it anymore. So they have outside balancing methods that aren't just points or like data sheet changes. And this also loops back to the terrain thing since the primaries are mostly going to be over terrain. The one they showed off was you get to trap a terrain piece, and if you destroy an enemy on there, get more points. Also, scoring is just different in general. It's no longer just like 4-4-4 or 5-5-5. It was like 2-4 or 2 + 3 or 8 even for one of them.
If you hold your opponents, yeah.
I think one was 6. So there's just a variety of ways to score, and you can only score a max of 15 a turn now. So it's not just, oh look, I got 25 at the end of the game just from doing a bunch of shit at once.
Yeah. I think their main concern here, which was a big concern for majority of people, competitive or not, was the second turn advantage. And I think GW's trying their best to mitigate how powerful it is going second, because most of the time, even if you're getting tabled, if you're going second, you can always find a way to score your max primary, just get on each objective, or you know exactly where you need to be on the last turn. And there is a huge advantage, especially for like missions like,
Let's say hidden supplies.
Hidden supplies, or what's the one you burn objective? Scorched Earth?
Scorched Earth. You don't have to interact with your opponent anymore.
You don't.
If you're going second and it's turn 5, you just, okay, the opponent is where they are, you don't care anymore.
Right.
Now with the new primaries, a lot of them you still have to interact with your opponent. You still have to play the game.
Yeah. The Scorched Earth, you could just go on 3 objectives, burn 1, there's your 15 + 5 at the end of the game.
And then your
20
secondaries.
points. And then your secondaries, and then you max out. There's that big swing. I would like to see them balance that out so going second doesn't feel like such an advantage for certain missions. The way they're going to do that, we're going to have to see till everything is released. But I do think they're heading in the right direction. There is a lot of people not liking the new direction, especially competitive. They don't think it's going to be balanced. They don't think it's going to be good. And to those people, I say just wait and see. We're going to have to try it first.
I haven't seen many complaints about primaries and too much about terrain yet. Most of the
secondaries.
Most of the complaining I've seen is with the one that's coming up now.
Well, guess what?
Ooh.
We're going to secondaries. And secondaries, are secondaries too easy? We spoke about this last night for about an hour with Kenny, our friend and teammate Kenny.
Yeah.
Are secondaries too easy? I don't think they're too easy. They're not going to change very much the way they work. It's just how you're going to be able to score them now. Anthony thinks it's not that bad. I think it's going to be really bad.
I think it'll be an issue, but manageable.
No.
In the sense of, to explain how it works, you no longer discard cards automatically. So every command phase, you just draw 2 cards. So theoretically, if you score no cards on turn 5, you just have 10 cards.
You
in your
get to
hand.
keep, so if you don't score the card, you get to keep the card and harvest it basically, and you can score it in another turn.
Yeah.
And what I'm calling that is, you know, people are saying, oh, it's just a way to make up for, you know, a bad turn 1 when you had bad draws. I think it's a catch-up mechanic, and it's another cheesy catch-up mechanic, and we saw how that worked in 10th edition with the catch-up cards. What were they called again?
Challenger cards?
Challenger cards. Those went over really good. This is a stealth way of doing it, and
Yeah,
here's why it's going to be bad, in my opinion, before you go on, because I know you want to defend them a little bit. It's going to be bad because you're now, never forget the drawing bad in turn 1. That's going to happen all the time to anybody. Like, it doesn't matter what army you play. But imagine where you're scoring decently, you score 1 objective, you score a second one in turn 2, now you have 2 extra cards for turn 3 and 4, and guess what? Your opponent denies you for, let's say, bring it down. That whole good feeling of, yes, I denied him for his secondary, he's gonna have to keep it and do it, is gone, because now that person doesn't get penalized for that, for not achieving their secondary, because they can just move it to the next one, score that, plus the next one they draw. It's a swing mechanic, it's a catch-up mechanic, and I hate it. I don't like it. It takes away the fun of actually achieving the secondaries when they're supposed to be achieved, and the whole mechanism that allows you to keep them or discard them, take the gamble, as we were talking about. It's a gamble to throw it away, because you might get it, you might not. Now you keep it. Why wouldn't you keep it? You can score 15 points the next turn.
It was all part of the strategy.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not going to defend it really, because it's my biggest gripe of 11th edition. Like, you should have seen me with 10th edition. I had a lot of complaints, a lot of worries. I don't have many for 11th edition. It's mostly just these secondaries, because say Recon Guard, as an example, they would take 1 Sentinel. So if you drew Bring It Down, it was a dead card. Are you going to hold it all game for when they bring the Sentinel out? No. That's a dead card. Now, if you draw Bring It Down turn 1, eventually I'm going to use that Sentinel to go do something, because I have to. Units go down over time.
Yeah.
Now you could score that on turn 5. Instead of having 1 turn to score it potentially, you have 5. And they did put a cap of 15 secondaries you could score per turn, but you're going to be naturally scoring over time, and then you're still going to be holding the cards. There are no dead cards. To the credit, it's a good stealth pity system.
Yep.
Most people didn't notice it, and I just looked at it and went, "Wait, that's just going to
You noticed it right away. I said that's a catch-up. That's a catch-up mechanic.
Yeah.
And the reason that it's going to be really bad is this game is going to be impossible not to score secondaries. So what's going to happen in really high competitive games, you're either going to get skew lists that are just going to try to just destroy the opponent so they can't get their secondaries in turn 4 and 5, or you're just going to have people purely building armies to build, because secondaries won't matter. You're going to score them no matter what.
Yeah.
Whether you score them early or late, you're going to get to stack up your secondaries. They even removed how many secondaries you can score. You can get 45 max now. So it's even easier to get your max secondaries and primaries. Primaries are down to 45. Oh, secondaries went up to 45.
Yeah.
They were at 40 before. So it's a little harder, but not really.
I don't see how you're going to score under 25 secondaries, because you're going to accidentally achieve them. You couldn't accidentally achieve them before.
Yeah. I'm going to white card Anthony for going over, but we're going to talk a little bit more about this for just 1 minute.
I should have put it last.
Here's the one thing I'm going to say about this. I'm going to do GW's job for them.
You did have a good solution to it.
This is how you fix it. This is how it will be fixed, I can guarantee you. Mark my words. What's going to happen is you're going to get to keep all the secondaries you can and you want, but they're going to put a cap on to make it even. Otherwise, it's just another catch-up mechanic. You're going to get to, let's say you draw Assassination, Bring It Down. You don't score, Bring It Down. You keep it. Next turn, you draw your 2 cards. Now you have 3 cards in hand. The fair and simple way to do this is let them keep the card so there's not a feel bad that they didn't score it. Give them the same advantage in the second turn to have an extra card to score, but you can only score 2 cards. You can only pick 2 cards to score. If you score all 3, you only choose 2 to score. You can choose that third one to go on to the next round, but you can't score all 3 in the next turn, which makes it like 15 or 13, whatever you're going to have. I think that's a catch-up, and that's the one way I think they should fix it. And you should still have a little disadvantage to not scoring your secondary. Yeah. You shouldn't have like a pity system to help you score more. Okay, we feel bad for you. You didn't draw good in turn 2, or you didn't get Bring It Down here. Just do this. Score them all now. It feels bad. It's not good for competitive. For a casual game, absolutely play it like that. For a competitive game, horrible mechanic.
The way you're doing it as well still lets you keep it as CP fodder if you need it.
Yeah.
And you could still deny the opponent it now. It's like, oh boy, which one are they going to do? Oh, they keeping assassination? Oh, I'm going to play safe with that.
Oh, you didn't get assassination. Oh, okay, well, you're just going to score it in turn 5. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, we'll see. GW's trying stuff. At least they're changing stuff. So it sounds good. I'm not trying to go harsh on GW. I'm just saying this is probably how they're going to fix it, because I can tell you right now, it's not going to be good for competitive, in my opinion. Anthony, agree? Disagree on this one?
I don't like it too much.
Okay, good. So we're in agreeing. Now on to the next one. Cheating.
I've noticed an uptick, especially in the last like 2 or 3 years, of just cheating scandals happening almost at every tournament. Every GT now like has one. I don't know what's going on. Are they just people getting better at catching it? Was it always there?
Yep.
But like, I don't know. And especially with the question you hear, repeat cheaters are being a real issue. Why do they keep coming back? Why do we have such soft penalties on them?
Well, they can, and like, I'm not going to drop names. There's no point of doing that. We're a small community. We know when big things happen and blatant things happen. We all know about the toilet dice. Everybody knows about these guys. But, when it's blatant cheating, when it's like making, like, there's occasions where people are like, this guy put this into a rhino. It's like, it's very easy to miss rules. Like, for example, we were playing a game a couple days ago, and I'm like, I always run 10 chosen, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a Dark Apostle and throw him in there with them. And then we were like playing, and we're like, wait, Dark Apostle's minions count as 2 more models. Dark Apostle can't transfer 13 models, or what is it?
The Rhino has a capacity of 12.
Yeah, it'll be 13, it'll be 12, so it was 1 over. I'm like,
that's an innocent mistake.
So like, that's a mistake. It's not cheating, it's a legit mistake. Yes, we're competitive players, we play a lot, we should know better, but sometimes things just slip your mind. It's just like you calculate things and it doesn't work out, and then you go back and you change it. If I brought that to a tournament, what would I do? I would be like, fuck, I'm just taking the Rhino out of my list now, I guess. I'm screwed. I'm not playing without that. And it's not a big deal. But when it's a blatant thing, like we've just heard at a competitive tournament we had here, Anthony was at it, a known cheater that was canceled for a year or 2.
Banned for a year.
Banned, yeah, that's right. I'm just going aggro. But he came back, he was playing on a team, not gonna mention the team or the player, and legit brought fake data cards, like fake abilities. This is what we're being told,
that they brought fake data sheets and fake stratagems. So it's not even like a moment of weakness, a character moment of like you
cheating.
Pick up 2 extra dice that actually missed.
Yeah.
That's pre-planned. You showed up with fake rules. That's very much you intended to do this.
That's like first-degree cheating.
Yeah, like
that's like you can't come back from that. Like, there's no excuse from that. You're trying to go there to cheat and get an edge, and hopefully nobody catches onto it. Those people should not be allowed to play anymore for longer than a year. A year is not a good ban. They're not going to learn. They're just going to come back and do stuff like that again.
On a first ban, I could see a year being good.
Fine, yeah.
When it's because this is a repeat offender, and then they came back and did that.
Throw the hammer.
That's like, how do you almost immediately come back? And as far as I know, just only get another year. Yeah. How's that not like a permanent ban at that point? Like, okay, you've proven you cannot stop yourself from cheating, and you did like first-degree cheating.
Yep.
Get out. Why are you here?
And I can mention another one that's just affected us personally. I'm not going to go over all the occasions that people are sending in to us and telling us about. It happens all the time at tournaments. We're hearing a lot about it. It's kind of sad. It makes me feel bad for the people doing it. That why do they feel they have to win that badly? And secondly, it also makes me feel like it's 40K is losing the integrity of respecting your opponent, because you have people coming out. And I'll give you an example. Another very, very known cheater came to a GT that we were playing at. I ended up playing him, and then after the game, Anthony plays. I'm not going to say the army, but you play this specific army because then people will know who it is. You play it a lot. I don't play against this army a lot, and I kind of felt like during the game, like things were like, what? Like that's what that unit does, and I didn't check it because whatever.
Usually you don't have to.
It didn't matter at that time. I was pretty much tabling him at that point, but he did so much cheating with his rules that he caught up, and stuff like the re-rolling for everything on that unit was ridiculous, and I should have checked it, but that's blatant cheating from a person that was already caught cheating and banned. I mentioned it to the TO, not to the TO, to the owner of the tournament, because I thought they should know. I didn't want anything done because it was way past the point of anything happening. but I wanted him to know that, that he's still doing that, just so he's watched. I don't want to be a tattletale and him go after him and strip him because he won the tournament. He actually won the tournament. He went 5-0. And I didn't want him to strip him of it or anything. I just wanted him to be aware that it was going on. And I think as a community, you need to do that. Just go and be like, look, this is what this person did. Next tournament, it's on the TO and whoever's doing the tournament to, watch him sit at a table, send somebody there to watch his game for like 10, 20 minutes, see how he plays. I don't know. Can you stop it? You're never going to stop cheaters, but you can mitigate it and have harsher penalties for people that cheat so they don't come back and do it again.
Make them afraid to cheat.
Exactly. And remember the line of cheating, guys, because that word is used so easily nowadays. Somebody forgets. I forgot an Overwatch with, remember I did an Overwatch with, what's his name? Karn? Not Karn, big guy from Eldar.
Someone.
The big guy.
Kane?
Kane. Avatar Kane. I forgot he's 18 inches. I did a 20-inch Overwatch. It was in 24, so I'm like, I get to Overwatch you. His gun's only 18. People caught onto it. They're like, oh, that's cheating. It's not cheating. I forgot a rule. That's not cheating. So be careful what cheating. Cheating is a blatant attempt to do something illegal. Like, I'm going to move this guy 20 inches when I know he moves 12. Like, that's cheating. Anyways, enough on this. Let's make the community a better place. Let's make Anthony's heart joyful.
It grew 3 sizes tonight.
Can I use this in 40? Anthony complains about this on a weekly basis.
I keep seeing it. It happens, especially with Custodies in 30K.
And you go on rants about it, like, somebody's asking me about this.
It's so, I don't know why it's so tilting to me. Like when the 30K Custodies guard got announced, their Instagram, their Facebook, everything, the comments were all filled with, can I use this in 40K? It's like, can I use the custodian guard unit in 30K as a custodian guard unit in 40K when they're on the same basis? Even if they weren't on the same basis, just put them on the proper base. Like, can I use this model that is clearly this thing as this thing in the other game?
Well,
I don't get it. It's
from
even
newer
happening
players, from newer players, I can understand that question. From people that have been playing a long time, it's kind of weird. But at the same time, some tournaments are really strict on what the models you can use and like the size of them. If they're generally, the rule for me is like if it looks the same and it, like, the pattern of its armor is different because it's from 30K, who gives a shit? But if it's like blatantly smaller or it's like trying to be a different scale, then it's a different story. But yeah, Anthony's saying, can I use this tank as this tank? Well, yeah, if it's the same size, sure, go ahead.
I think the Custodian Guard are a little bit bigger than the 40K ones, but generally for infantry, the size doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And it's happening, I just saw it happening now with the Contemptor Dreadnought for Custodies in 30K.
Bigger
it just got a plastic kit. The 40K one still uses the resin kit. Can you use it? Yes. That's not an issue. Yeah. To me, it feels like, I don't want to say it's just new people who don't get the hobby, because it's not that. It's like,
no. I'm just saying,
you can kit bash, you can make your own dudes, you can not proxy, but you can proxy stuff a bit, you can kit bash, you can be creative. It's not just, I have to buy the kit and use it one-to-one from the kit, and that's the only way it's played.
You just be like Kevin, or be like Kevin. You know Kevin, NKG Kevin. People ask him, they'll be like, you'll see newer play, because he does a lot of kit bashing and stuff, and 3D printing and stuff, and then people just ask him like, can you use that? And he's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care.
Who cares? It's in my army. If you don't want me to use it, I won't use it. That's like, but yes, most of the time, these questions are coming from people that don't go to tournaments, I guess, and they feel like they're going to get ridiculed for using something that is not the real model. So I tend to answer them nicely, but you are in more servers that deal with that kind of stuff, so you hear it a lot more than I do.
Or I'll see people they'll in a new person chat, they'll go, oh, I'm building the instructions like this, but what do I have to do like this? It's like, no. It's like, oh,
it's
my thing's a little bit off from.
Want.
Yeah, it's like my arm is bent a little bit more than the instructions. Is it still a legal model?
That's just new players, dude.
No, yes, it's a legal model.
Yeah, but that's just new players asking that.
Oh, I gave him the wrong gun. Do I have to use this now? No,
WYSIWYG,
especially now.
That's a fair question. WYSIWYG is in some
dead.
tournaments. In some tournaments, they want it.
But 10th edition killed it. It's all free war gear.
It's all free, but you still.
Why would I not take sponsons on a Lehman Russ? It's free.
Do you not want to know where my power fists are on a chosen unit?
But usually you have something to clarify that.
Yeah, but still, you need to have something.
Yeah, to make it identifiable.
Exactly.
But not, oh, you don't have a power fist in there at all. You can't use it now.
No, I think that's a little extreme. But again, Anthony gets triggered by this.
It's just like a tick. I don't get it.
It's just, I think it's newer players who are trying to get in there. I don't see it very often, so you see it a lot more than I do.
Go on their comments of any time they announce a Custodes model right now.
Can I use this as a Custodes?
The second the Custodian Guard one came out, I scrolled through the comment section. Can we use this in 40K? Can we use this in 40K?
Can I put a female head on a Custodes?
They come with female heads now in the new kit.
Oh, okay. So
And just the 30K kit.
Can you use it in 40K?
It's not the 40K kit, so I guess not.
He's triggered. He's triggered.
What?
Okay, on to this guy. His name is?
Yarrick. He just came back. He's not back with the Steel Legion yet. They're 2 years away. And his rules just came out.
2 years away.
And there are people who are already very confused by it or think he's OP. They're crying it's corporate just making meta decisions to sell a model when it's not that insane, man. He's really not that insane. Not everything is just about like, oh, let's sell the model. It could just be a cool model.
You say that while like all of you guys were like, can I say circle? You know what? Today, talking about him,
We had
he's
ideas.
good. He's good. The rules are good.
But people are
Don't
saying he
lie.
needs to be 150 points to be fair. That's more than Leontis. He doesn't do as much as Leontis.
I was thinking 130.
Leontis is 130, yes.
I think 120, 130 is fair.
I think like 95.
No way.
Yeah.
Then he's going to get nerfed to 100%.
Yeah, probably a bit of a points increase, but like his rules aren't that nuts. And everybody's looking at the wrong rules and the wrong combos. They're looking at the shoot when set up aura thing. For Cadian heavy weapon teams, because that's what the GW article said. That's an awful idea, that you're going to do that and be like, man, this rule isn't actually that powerful because you're not using the powerful units with it. It's much better with Rough Riders, Krieg Flamers, a 27-man guard unit. Why the heavy weapons team? But it's not that cracked. Bouncing Orders is back, and that can have some funny scenarios like use cases, and that feels more powerful to me than the reactive thing. Because, you know, Bouncing Orders, for one order, I could have half my army ordered. And it applies to everybody.
Aura?
The way he
It's
works.
in Aura again?
Remember how it worked in 9th edition where you pick you order a unit and every unit within 6 inches
Yeah.
that's eligible gets it?
Yeah.
He has that as one of his options.
Not bad.
His get up rule is fine. Or like, oh my god, he has a strength 8 power fist and it hits on 2s. He's better than the Chaos Lord Terminator.
It's a Space Marine.
But it's like, even most Space Marines hit power fists on 3s.
Yeah.
But like,
No,
yeah, but
all
it's
of them
6
hit on
attacks. It's still guard melee. If he gets in melee, he's probably dead. Or his the Bale Eye, the eye gun. It's 2 shots. Oh my god, it has precision. It's going to kill characters. It's 2 shots. It's
He has a
D3 plus
lot of
1
rules.
damage.
For me, it's like he just has too many rules to be a cheap,
Well,
to
he
be
has
a cheap
2 rules.
character. Yeah, but he has get up. He has like so
He
many
has
things.
get up, and the other one is the Primarch ability of pick 1.
Yeah, and then he has like really good things like.
And you
buff
can't
for
use it in the
units.
command. You can't use it if you're in a transport.
What does he do for units? Why does he make flamers better?
It's not that he makes flamers better. It's just that was the combo I thought up where when you set up a unit with 12, you know the Defiler,
Overwatch, yeah.
the World Eater Defiler. He has that rule.
Yeah, you can Overwatch on a setup. Yeah.
It's not at the end of the movement phase you can shoot
Yeah.
if you're in range. And people aren't realizing you still have to be within 6 inches of Yarrick to do it. It's not a map-wide ability. You have to be near Yarrick and then near the unit.
Well, the Defiler one's good because he can Overwatch or charge.
That's
That's what makes it strong.
For guard, they can reactive move D6 or reactive charge or reactive shoot. You get to pick one.
Yeah.
But you still have to be within 6 inches of Yarrick and within, I think, 12 inches of the enemy unit.
And nobody's scared of getting charged by guard.
And, well, actually, melee players are really crying about it because if I reactive charge into you, you
fight
can't charge now. Yeah, you killed my 65-point guard
Yeah.
unit, but now your melee, like 20-man berserker unit, couldn't charge.
Just stay out of range and then move and try and kill them.
Yeah, like there's.
That's not that hard.
It's not that. It's not that like absurd.
No.
So people are now asking the WTC server, can I still do the reactive move if they walk out of range, but then reactive move in range? You're still meeting the qualifiers, yes.
Can I use him in 30K?
Yeah, you can use them as penal guard.
Pino, yeah, he's just a
They
normal
have
guard.
commissars.
Commissar with a Space Marine Power Fist.
Space Marine.
Space Marine. Yeah, I think he's good. My point guess for him will be like 125, 120. I don't think he should be more than that, but some people disagree with that very hard.
My final point was just stop freaking out, stop like overreacting, and stop dooming about it.
Never. It's 40K. People, that's what they do. Every new release. This is broken.
But I'm known as the doomer online.
You
And
are?
I'm like, people always call me a doomer, even though I'm not a doomer. And I'm just like, 11th edition seems fine. They're like, why are you not freaking out about it? Competitive's dead. No, it's not.
Today you look like, your whole getup, you look like, what's his name from Spider-Man when he's in the emo phase.
Oh, Tobey Maguire on Spider-Man 3?
Start the music. Okay, going to 7th. Sweets. We're going to talk about nice, healthy sweets we can eat. No, sweats. Is there such thing as going too hard in a competitive tournament? Is there such thing as being too competitive when we're playing with toys? And Lionel from X Planet, I always support the guy because he always puts shit into perspective for a long time. At the beginning of every tournament, he usually says, guys, go hard, have fun, but remember, everybody, all your loved ones and everybody that knows you're here today think you're a huge nerd, so just have fun. And it puts things into perspective. Have fun, be competitive. At the end of the day, we're just playing 40K. We're not trying to win a world championship at the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, there is such thing as going hard. Do you want to add to that before I go on my stuff?
I think we've all had those games where the opponent, especially like, let's say mid-table or even bottom tables, I've been there, where they're quiet, they're very focused, and they're just not talking, and they're just playing the game as the game. It's like,
yeah,
that's not that fun.
I just think there's a skewed mentality from the people that are being, this day and age, everything's online. Like back in the day, lists didn't travel this fast. People's skill levels didn't travel this fast. You met a guy and it happened to be Scary and he kicked your butt and you're like, whoa, this guy's really good. Nobody copied his list. Like people would hear about his list and then try to copy it. But now you can, once somebody wins a GT, everybody's playing that list. Anybody has the opportunity to have a good list now, especially with how easy combos are in the newer editions. Just have here's the thing, if you've never won before, I can see you trying really hard because you want to make a name for yourself. But once you win a few GTs or you win like a big tournament and you see how fast it means nothing, you go home and tell people, no one's going to care. Nobody cares that you won, that you're the top ranked 40K player in Canada. Like nobody's going to care more than 20 minutes. And we're like, all right, cool, he's good. He's a really good player. Cool. Is it worth destroying your character, making people hate you, being known as a cheater, being known as a sweat, being this guy that nobody wants to play? Hell no. It's better to be the guy at the table. Yes, play hard. If you're going to stomp somebody, it happens. But when I stomped somebody at the last tournament, and he was a NIDS player, and he said, honestly, the vibe for this game was so fun. Like, honestly, I don't care that I lost so much. We had a lot of fun. I said, exactly. I'm like, I didn't even mean to beat him by that much. I drew really good at the end, and it ended up making, a 60 or 50 point gap. It was supposed to be a lot closer, and that's not a bad thing. Like, to still feel like I had fun and I got beat hard and this is what I need to do. But to go into a game purposely trying to get every angle, make sure I'm winning by 60 points by the end of third, that shouldn't happen. Ever.
Arguing with the opponent over every little rule.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And within 2 hours of the GW maps getting shown off, people are already making charts and maps of line of sights.
Yeah.
And then you go to unit crunch to figure out this stuff. And you do all this ahead of time. I don't know, that feels draining where you do all this stuff.
But if somebody wants to put that kind of work in to do that, go ahead. At the end of the day, when you know every angle on the table, it's not that big of a deal because us playing on a daily basis, I can walk to a table that I've never seen before and know every angle just by looking at it. I know where to hide, I know where to stage. It just becomes an algorithm basically in your head. So knowing every angle and doing that shit is a waste of time for people that are doing it. You don't need to know every angle. Just learn the game itself and you'll know the angles when you hit the table. And another thing is we were at a tournament and we saw people two competitive players that are known and they're on the top table in the last game and they're making the tournament organizer look bad because they're going, first of all, they both timed out. And I know one of the players, he's a great guy, he's a great player. They just were so sweaty to win that game, they forgot about all the little things, the little nuances of having respect for your opponent. One guy wanted to take away 2 charges that he made. He made 2 charges into a vehicle that had 1 wound left. He whiffed completely, and he's like, you know what? I could have just tank shocked you with this. What if we go back and just do that? And then the other player was like, well, we're way past that. And yes, you could have tank shocked that, but I'm not going to remove all your charges because I would have done this differently. And the guy insisted for a couple of minutes, well, if you want to do it, I'm fine to do that. He's like, no, we're past that point. Shut up.
It's like shit happens.
A guy stopped the game with me once at TGX, and he said, he stopped to tell me that the saves I rolled were not statistically average. Statistically, that unit should be dead. Thank you. I know math. I have a master's degree. I'm good.
Half the game is just playing with your opponent. It's not
Yep.
just rolling the dice and getting the angles. It's a social game.
And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm extremely competitive in everything I do. I grew up playing competitive sports and all that. I'm extremely competitive, but I won't. I'll try to get edges, but I won't go to the point where I need to make myself look stupid to do that. Like, I'm not going to be there with 6 lasers over the table to get an angle. I'm not going to go to that level, especially when you're playing with toys.
But that's why I printed you out like 12 sticks to do instead.
Yeah, no, but that's just so I can keep track of my auras, because it's really hard, the list I'm playing right now. Give us some ideas in our Discord. Join the Discord. It's free. It's a great community. We have a lot of members there that talk about hobbying, talk about competitive, talk about casual games. We've been playing a lot of games in the Discord as well. Come by, say hi, and remember, have fun.